right. Hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm Linda Daniels, and you are here with me at Lunch with Linda, and you are now inside Northampton Wools. So again, welcome. I am so glad to have all of you joining us once again. And happy October. Can you believe it? October 2nd already. Here we go in our march towards the end of the year. It is a glorious day here in Massachusetts, in Western Mass. The sun is shining so brightly that there's a glare in my face from the cars outside. You can probably see it reflecting off my glasses. So Kate's gonna be in charge of saying hi to all of you. I think I can see names once in a while. Hey, Penny. But it's supposed to be an absolutely fantastic week, which brings me to the very first thing that I want to talk about. The weather's going to be warm. It's going to be sunny, warm without being humid. And we had a little taste of fall last week with the rain and the cooler temperatures. And it looks like as soon as this week is over, we're going to sink right back into that, which means that, like me, I hope a lot of you are breaking out that winter wear, getting your sweaters ready and lined up for this fall and winter season. And I want to talk about what you should think about doing while you do that. We talked in the spring about washing them all so that you put them away clean in storage for the summer. And now I want to talk about what to do to kind of freshen them before you actually take them out or have them on the shelves or in the closet or wherever you put them for the winter. So as you unpack your sweaters, you want to look for those flying little moths. And if you see them, I'm so sorry. But hopefully you don't see anything flying as you open up whatever plastic bin or bag or closet you have kept them in. And take your sweaters outside, especially this week in this beautiful weather. Give them a good shake outside, and you can even hang them and leave them out in the fresh air for an hour or so. While you're doing that, you want to really look at them closely. And when you shake them out, you want to also be feeling the fabric. If you do have a moth problem, you will feel that grittiness or see some of that grittiness ending up on the deck, on the floor, on the sidewalk, wherever you are shaking them. It's also a good idea to kind of like spread a white sheet on the ground and shake your sweaters over the sheet. Then any of that moth, what is it? Debris. Yeah, I was heading in that direction. Yeah. Any of that moth debris will show up on the sheet right away. You want to also check each sweater garment for holes. If you start to see some of that moth debris, you're also going to see tiny little, it looks like cobwebs on your sweater. And if you see that, chances are there is either a hole or a growing hole, about to be a hole in your garment. And that means you have a moth problem as well. If you don't see any of that, great. Hang them up, give them a little fresh air and sunlight. That'll kind of perk them up, and they'll be nice and fresh smelling as you wear them. If you do see any of that moth stuff, then what you want to do is clean them right away. If you don't clean them, you are going to continue to have more holes show up, because you may not see any of that flying moth stuff, but chances are there are eggs in there or larvae in there that's ready to eat. So if you keep having moth stuff, they're going to keep on eating. And I don't care whether you dry clean them or even throw them in the dryer on air fluff, dry with a dryer sheet, or hand wash them, clean them. If you don't know how to do the repairs yourself, we will do the repairs here as always, but we are asking, please have them clean beforehand to protect our inventory and the other sweaters that we have in the shop.
And to stop your sweater from being
eaten. To stop that eating process. Exactly, Kate. We want to stop it so that your woolen things that you've spent so much time and money on don't get ruined. So that's what I want you to do this week. to get ready for, it's supposed to get down, I think 30s and 40s next week. This week, we still have the fans on. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So that's number one. That was the first thing that I wanted to tell you about. We got in some new books, and I wanted to show them to you quickly. There is a lot of stuff geared towards crocheting. We talked about the Hat a Week last week, and I'm going to talk about that again, but that was really geared for knitters. And today, we just got in the box of new books from Cascade. The first two are knitting books. We got in the second issue 60 more quick knit baby blankets. This is a great blanket book if you're in the market or have some babies to prepare for. Or remember a couple of weeks ago, I talked about that customer who had a baby hope chest of things that she had made. This has some really simple yet stunning blanket patterns in it that are all really done quickly and easily in a worsted weight yarn. Most of them are on size 6 to 8 needles with a couple of size 10 needles thrown in. So this is a great resource if you have a lot of blankets that you want to make. They are sized for baby and children, but that doesn't mean that they won't also work as lap blankets. And one other quick note that I wanted to talk about, since we are talking about blankets, I sent an email out asking for shawls and blankets and things for the end of life program that Marissa Ciparino, our Learn to Knit teacher, is a member of the committee, and she asked if we had that. We had a great collection of donations. That is ongoing. I've gotten a letter from Marissa's boss about it. They were very, very thankful for what we did send them. So as you're taking stuff out and getting ready for fall, if there's a shawl or little blanket that you feel like you're done with, if you clean it and want to donate it, they will gladly accept it. If you have time to knit something brand new, they will happily accept it, and you can bring those things here. Marissa is here at least once a month and will collect them and take them back to the end of life program down at Bay State. And I can give you more information about that if you want it. The other knit book that we got is 60 Quick Knits for Baby Essentials. So if you've got babies in your life that are coming, this is the book that you're going to want. Things from hats and booties to little sweaters. There's some toys in here, both things appropriate for both girls or boys. It's a great little go-to book when you want to have some different things to put in your baby hope chest, ready for all of those showers that you might be going to. So I love this 60 Quick Knit series. They really have some great ideas in them.
Question. Can the donations be in wool?
Yes, they can be in anything. They do not have to be in one kind. And then we have 60 Quick Knits gifts for babies. Same kind of idea. So they did a lot of different types of things that you can knit for babies. So we've got 2 of those. And then I was so excited about this, the 60 quick crochet projects for beginners. This is going to be a great resource for those of you that are just learning to crochet. I know that picture right there looks overwhelming, but believe me, it's really easy. A great hat or tam pattern, scarves, a really nice collection of fairly simple but fun things to crochet. So we haven't left you crocheters out on the sidewalk.
What's that?
Well, that's a great bag. That's a great bag. So those are the 4 new books that we've got in. They are on the website. They are available. Kate did put the pictures up. Yeah, Terry Crochet.
You can just type 60 in the search bar.
So Kate says just type 60 up in the search box and it'll take you right to the list of those books. So we're excited about those. I wanted to show you a couple of new yarns, but first I want to remind you that we have the Skein-deer reindeer hat kits available. Bonnie knit this hat for us as a sample. It's got a hemmed brim, so you just start with some stocking net stitch and then you create a fold line and then start right into the color work. It's a really nice, comfortable hat. It's a lightweight yarn, but it makes a really adorable hat, right? Am I right? I think it's cute.
It's so cute.
Very cute. I have a gallery here today. I want here. Okay, so the kit comes with everything that you need, all in this nice packaging, and it comes in different colors. There's enough yarn for both. No, there's enough yarn of both colors for the hat with a little bit of extra left, and a really big, and I stress the word big, easy to read chart, so that you probably don't even need to copy it. It's right there. And you can use the tape to keep track of what row you're on. It doesn't have needles in it, but the instructions are really complete. So we have...
Nancy says it's so cute, and Bonnie says it's fairly quick.
And Bonnie did knit it, so yeah, she's chiming in. It was pretty quick. There isn't really anything difficult about it. It is just color work, and you are doing color work while you're shaping the top, but look at how great, look at how beautiful that top of the hat is with that big star right there. So we have purple. I didn't bring all the colors over, but this is a charcoal. Yeah, a charcoal. And gold.
That's mine.
This is Kate's, of course. And this, and I know we have the red. This is kind of a mauve-y purple. We have the red, and I think there's a green as well. I just didn't grab them all. So we've still got plenty of these kits left, and the hat here so that you can try it on or feel it. It's a really nice yarn from Polka Dot Sheep, and we are happy to be doing business with them again as well. Speaking of color work, Kate has started to do a little swatch. Kate was given some skeins of Patagonia, which is from Knitting Fever, from when the sales rep was here. And thank you, Whitney, for that. That was a great gift. So she's finally at the point where she's ready to start a project with that. And she's combining that yarn with the doodle decks, and she's been playing around a little bit. So I wanted to show you, these of course are the colors that she is going to use, and she played around with one of the first doodle cards right there. And we're not exactly 100% convinced that this chart is what she's going to use. The colors work really well, and I've been talking a lot, I feel like I've been talking a lot about contrast color, maybe because I've been teaching doodle for 2 weeks. Yeah, that you really want to make sure your colors really contrast, have a high contrast. So it shows, but the pattern, the doodle graph, isn't clear enough in the bottom half. You can see those diamonds up on the top really well, but the bottom half sort of turns into mush. Now, when I turn this around, don't panic. Kate is doing this as an I-cord. She wants to know what her gauge is in the round, but she doesn't want to knit in the round, so she is doing an I-cord swatch, which means that she knits across the row and then slides everything back and knits again across the row, so that it looks like the gauge that she's getting is one she would get if she was knitting in the round. But when you do that, you end up with this glorious mess in the back. Will you save this, or will you rip it out? She'll save it. So to do this, you kind of have to make sure you have plenty of yarn if you're going to save it. You don't want to be like down to the last inch, and not. Although you could always rip it out then.
But I felt like it was going to save time and actually get me going.
Yeah.
To just try something.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you've got, and I know all of you do, you've got yarn in your stash and you're like, oh, maybe this is when I'm going to use it, and you need to try something. You actually need to take it out and start knitting with it to see exactly how it works up and just what you want to do with it. Because sometimes if even just doing a swatch is enough to give you a feel for the yarn and maybe inspire you, oh yeah, this would be great for this project. And then you can get going with stash yarn like that. So Kate has started to work on that, and this Patagonia is a really beautiful yarn. It is on our way. It's on its way to us. It is a non-superwash, but it's not itchy. It has a real crisp feel to it, and a really tight spin. So I think you'll really, really like it. So I'll let you know when that comes in. The Hat a Week, we got a great response to the signups, and if you were not here last week when I introduced it, I want to remind you of it, because we have 10 spots left. That's it. And the Hat a Week, you get, when you sign up for the Hat a Week, you get a goodie bag of one of several different designs, and which is filled with some really neat goodies like this stuff. And you'll get your introduction letter, which will list the 6 patterns, what needle you need and what yarn you need to do each of the hats each week. And you also get a bonus basic beanie pattern done in stocking net stitch and one done in all ribbing. Then every week for 6 weeks, starting on Wednesday, this Wednesday, you will get a hat pattern, one that is designed by me and is exclusive and only for people who have signed up for the Hat a Week. This is this week's hat. I've shown you it before last week. It's knit out of 1 skein of the Moonshine Bulky Weight yarn, and really, really fun, comfortable, and so soft. So if you are interested, it is on the website. You can sign up on the website. That's probably the quickest way, because like I said, we've only got 10 left, and then that's going to be sold out. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you to everybody who signed up already. The last thing that I wanted to tell you about, let me just make sure that's it. Yes. The last thing that I wanted, no, it's not the last thing. Oh my God, sorry. Once I get going, you know what happens.
Don't worry, Nancy is in awe of your expertise.
Oh, Nancy, thank you. Okay, last week I told you that we had a whole bunch of new yarns in. So many that I could not show them all to you in 1 week. So I grabbed 2 of them this week to show you. And one of them is from Freya Yarns. And Freya Yarns is Tina's business up in North Adams. That's where she has her studio, and she dyes all of her yarn up there. She is the first person on the planet to actually do these gradient balls of yarn. She invented it, and we've got her right here in our backyard. Well, I ordered a bunch of the Freya fine hand paints. This is the fingering weight that she does, and it is 100% merino, and I was just looking for the yardage. It's oh, here it is, 430 yards. I ordered a bunch of the different colors at the show because the showtime in Chicago in June was just when the Alpine Bloom came out. And I've shown you the hat before, and to do the hat, we used one of the Freya minikins. But I ordered the skeins to make the sweater. She did an Alpine Bloom sweater that does the same thing. It's the same design, and it's a top down, and it uses a gradient, and you need one of these balls to do it. The other thing that she does that is really, really fun is when I order it, I order 2 skeins at a time, and the balls are wound in opposite directions. So this is the same color, but this ball is wound in one direction from the orange to the yellow, and this ball is wound from the yellow to the orange. in there. So you can really see by holding them together all the colors that you're going to find in that skein. And then you can decide if you're going to do some, and there are a lot of top-down Fair Isle patterns that the gradients are going to look great in. The Alpine Bloom is just one of them. But you can get a good idea of what the color direction is going to be. So if you used this to do a top-down sweater and started from the outside of the ball, your direction would be this way. So it's a fun way to see exactly what the colors are. These two are not the same color, but to give you an idea of the intensity and richness of Tina's color palette in here, we got some really bright, absolutely gorgeous colors. So we probably have 15 different colors in stock right now, ready to go. So take a look at all those Fair Isle designs that you have put in your library. Take a look at Alpine Bloom. It's another one of those sweaters that's actually a short sleeve, but you can easily make it a long sleeve sweater, and choose this color first and then look for that background color that will really contrast with it so that these colors will really, really pop. So that's one of the new yarns, and there are still a lot more. And then, of course, for all of you sock knitters or sock yarn lovers who can't wait to have the newest sock yarns, we've got some new sock yarn to show you. The first one is the Huesco sock, the hand painted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Halloween, anyone? This is Haunted House on purpose. Isn't that fun? That is going to knit up so brilliantly. So this sock yarn is 75% superwash wool and 25% poly, and it's got 433 yards. I love that color. And then we got some softer colors. This one is Alchemy.
So pretty.
I think, this one is Lakeshore. This is really nice too. This blue is very, very soft. It's almost a periwinkle.
It is, yeah.
Rather than a blue, with the dots and the blotches of color. And this one is Raspberry Slush. Makes me hungry. Very, very fun. And then there are solid colors to go with it. Same thing, 75 superwash wool and 25% nylon, and this one has 439 yards. So we have this really great black and orange, and I don't know if it'll show up too much, but these are all tonals, so you can see in the black how it fades from light to dark. You're gonna get that nice, it always adds some depth. Oh, that really shows up well in the orange.
Oh,
how it moves from a light color to a dark color. We got gray, and then we had to make Linda happy and Kate happy. So those are your 2 new yarns for this week. There'll be more next week. I promise. I promise. Okay, now the last thing. Dive into cuteness overload. I cannot believe these. I saw these at H&H, and as soon as I got home, ordered a bunch of them. By now, you have probably seen the Woobles, the crochet, learn to crochet kits, and know how successful they are. They are a learn to crochet kit that comes complete with everything you need, including lots of fun video to watch and do it. And those have been really, really successful. People have really loved those. These kits that I'm about to show you are the next step up from there. They are not necessarily a beginner. They're not a how-to, how to learn to do it, but once you've got the basics down, you will be able to follow the directions for these kits. Are you ready? Because I did this one over the weekend. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, his nose looks really big like that.
Is the sparkle
so cute? It's got sparkle yarn. Not all of them do, but this guy, because he's a unicorn and he's magic, he's got gold sparkle hoofs and a gold sparkle nose and a gold sparkle horn. So this is one of the many kits that we did get in. They come beautifully packaged in a nice brown paper bag. This window shows you the yarn. I'm going to show you some of the kits that we got for this, and everything you need is in here except for the needles. There are both crochet and knit kits. This one is a crochet one. There is no crochet hook, but the stuffing, all of the yarn, and the safety eyes that go right in, and the directions tell you how to put those safety eyes in.
Bonnie wishes she crochets.
So they stay there. The pattern directions are complete and printed on really nice paper. It's got that glossy feel to it, and in 4 different languages. So you will be able to follow them no matter what language you speak. But I wanted to show you some of them. This is our initial order of them, because this is a knit kit. This little lamb is knit rather than crocheted. And you can see the yarn down here, the colors. It does not come in a bunch of different colors. It's just the picture is pretty much the colors that are in the package. So we have little lammy, and this is another knit one, Melinda Monkey. It's so cute.
I love the stripes.
I know, a striped toy is just the best. And another knit one. Is that San?
So they all have a first name. So that's
they all
like
have a first name.
That's like Sandy Fox or something like that.
Sandy Fox.
Yeah.
And there's more than enough yarn in these kits. I did have leftovers of everything, including the stuffing. I didn't have any leftover eyes though.
No,
there's only 2 eyes. This is crocheted. Look at that puppy. He's so cute. Puppy Bricks.
Bricks the puppy.
And this is a killer. George Giraffe.
Oh my gosh.
They're adorable. They're not so complicated. I mean, you don't have to be an expert crocheter to do it, but probably not learning crochet. This little Vinny the Frog. He's adorable. And then we have Ilsa the rabbit, and the rabbit comes with a little strawberry bag to match her strawberry hat.
It's painfully cute.
Painfully cute. You just want them all. You know what I don't have in here is the pig.
Okay.
This is Robin Cat. Simple little toys, but a good size. I mean, that is a good baby hold size. This one is also knit, Frida the Piglet with a knit dress. Oh my gosh, who wouldn't want that, right? And Splinter Fox.
So cool, look at that tail.
So great, so great. So very, very fun projects. What a great gift too, because it's time to start thinking about that. But if you know somebody who just learned, this might be a great thing to inspire them to continue. And like I said, they're not that big, so they don't take that long to do. And they are really, really, really cute. There isn't a lot of embroidery on them, so you don't need to worry about doing something really detailed. So think about those. These also are now on the website, and you will be able to purchase those as well. Okay. Speaking of gifts, I don't want to panic anybody, but there's only 84 days till Christmas. Huh?
What?
84 days. One more very good reason to sign up for the Hat a Week, because in 6 weeks, you'll have 6 presents to give for the holidays. But Christmas, 84 days. So you know what that means? Go knit something. Bye.